What's going on, everybody? This is Roaming Prepper Channel. I'm your host, Pete, and I want to thank you all for joining me again. If you hadn't noticed, if you're following me any type of regular, on a regular basis, you're going to notice over the last month or two, I've been focusing on economic, inexpensive ways to prep. And this goes hand in hand with the concept I kind of dreamed up maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, and which became a book, which is on Amazon, called Defensive Preparedness. Now, I'll give you a quick summary. Defensive preparedness is prepping when times are economically hard in the country or in your community. So you have the extra layer of challenge, not just acquiring, affording, budgeting, but you have hourly cuts, other people being laid off, reduced hours, no bonus, etc., etc. But these techniques could be applied at any time, even when times are good. Actually, that's a great time to do it because you maximize your money. Today, we're going to talk about economic EDC items. Okay, I'm not going super bougie, but I want to review a few things that I've bought that are actually have turned out to be a lot better than I thought for the money I paid. And you guys decide if you want to play with them or not. So I've often said the minimum things you should have besides your wallet, cash, credit card, and your car keys and house keys would be a light and a knife of some type. Now, when I say a knife, it doesn't have to be a combat knife. You don't need a damn K-bar to go to Walmart. But pretty much everyone in my part of Texas has a little knife. Some of the guys have those cowboy knives that have the little, the ivory or the bone inlaid on the handle. Whatever you can practically afford and practically makes sense for you is a good EDC. So I'll share a few with you. So one, you guys seen this before, it's a little Hatori flashlight. I premiered them like 3 years ago, and yes, this is one of the original ones. And this one I've washed a couple of times, like the lens is gone in here, but it still lights. I inadvertently have washed it 2 or 3 times. Once in a heavy duty cycle, it came out in pieces, the battery was out and everything. And I reassembled it and it kept working. So I was like, okay, 5 out of 5 stars for that one. Then you have the Kunhi. I don't know what the hell that means. Probably means some bad word. Battery powered, AAA, USB chargeable, which is cool. But depending on how you're carrying it, see, that one's nice and thin. That one's kind of fat and chunky. So if you're carrying this in like a backpack or a purse, you may not notice it as much. You got cargo shorts or cargo pants, great. But if you put it in your pocket, you got this goofy thing hanging around, and it'll be like, is that a flashlight in your pocket? Are you happy to see me? Yeah, it's one of those chunky things that it's just, at the very least, it'll be uncomfortable while you're driving around. But got 2 of these for 12 bucks or 11 bucks at the time. I don't know what they're costing now. These were about the same. I think I got 2 for 15. Both great flashlights, right? And I can't turn one off. There we go. But a couple of ideas, but depending on how you're carrying it, the Hatori may make more sense than the Kunhi if you have issues accessing batteries, or you like the peace of mind that, well, I travel a lot or I'm at my office, I can USB charge it, then this little guy might make more sense. If he's gonna sit in your emergency bag at work, in your locker, in your desk, this might be the better choice. So again, both of those super cheap. Now these I got at Walmart, actually. These are Schwinn bike lights, right? They got the rear light. This is meant for bicycle use, obviously. And I got the front light. And what do I use these for? I actually string them through my backpacks when I go walking in the dark. I actually keep one facing on a little loop I have in one of my backpacks, and I hang it off my back so it's doing this while I'm driving. And the reason I do that is sometimes I have to cross a dark country road. I don't want to get hit by a garbage truck because the dude didn't see me. And this one would be facing in the front. I won't do strobe in the front, I'll do strobe in the back, I'll do solid light in the front, because I don't feel like stepping on broken glass or a rattlesnake, because I do live in Texas and we have both. So, and sometimes in the same place. So again, I got both of these as a set, 12 bucks. Now they have a newer version that's like an LED bar, it looks like a baby police light, so shop around. Hey, I got these on Amazon. I got these at Walmart. Everything I just showed you for practical lighting was under 15 bucks. And for the flashlights, I was getting 2 for 1. Actually, I got, sorry about that. Got 2 lights for 15 too. So shop around, and again, you want to be able to maximize your purchase. So if you get 2 of these for 12 or 15 bucks, well, you got one, spouse has one, or give one to each kid. You know, get 2 sets. Everybody in the family has a little flashlight, and you tell the kids, leave it in your pocket. It just makes sense. For example, this is my little wolf pack, park pack, and this has become very much one of my favorite things. And in here I have a Lux Pro I picked up at Lowe's. You can also get them at Amazon, but this one I picked up at Lowe's. It does the strobe thing. This one actually you can change the light. And this one ran me about 20. So this is probably the most expensive one, but you notice it's fat. So if I put it in my pocket, I'm gonna feel it. It's gonna be uncomfortable. But for this, fits well. It did fit in there. I kind of screwed it up now. But in the little bag, I can't get it back in. There we go. Ta-da. That works great. So again, you have to ask yourself, what can you afford? How do you plan to carry it? How do you plan to use it? And what do you plan to use it for? Like, this doesn't make sense to keep in my pocket. This is stupid looking. I'm not gonna wrap this in my watch. I'm not gonna put it on my head, although I've done that. If my backpack was forgotten, I'll hold it on the back of my head, but that looks stupid also, and it hits you in the head. This, fine on a backpack, fine on a bike, not fine in your pockets. So again, ask yourself, what makes sense for you? How are you going to use it? How do you plan to charge it or replace the battery? Where are you going to keep it? How are you going to carry it? All these questions only you can answer. Moving on. I got this at a convention. This is supposed to be a stupid little light and a pen. It's supposed to be a giveaway. Oh, there's something else in here too. I didn't even notice that. I've had this for like a year, and oh yeah, it's a stupid can opener and a baby knife, right? This was a giveaway at a convention. I will tell you right now that this is largely useless, right? But I took one, you know why? Because I thought it was pretty neat to have a little light that had a hook on it. Now, I don't know if you can find this on Amazon. I've never seen anything like this at Walmart. Maybe those weird stores with import shit, you can find it, but yeah, you're not gonna find something like that. And I really don't have that much need for a pen. I'd rather have a Sharpie. But my point for this one is, if you go to a convention, a farmer's market or whatever, and they're giving things away, look for something that's a freebie that you can make use of, right? And is this like something I'd take to the apocalypse? No, probably not. It'd probably break about 10 seconds into the apocalypse. But you know what? It's a really neat thing to have in my computer bag, and if power goes out or I don't want to wake people up in the airport or in the airplane because they're sleeping next to me, I could go and look inside my little bag, right? Again, largely garbage, but I got it for free. If I break it, I lose it. So look for those freebies and the giveaways at the farmers market, at the events, at the gun shows. A lot of marketing people will give away really neat things. So going now to the tools and blades. So obviously, you know, you have this guy, and this is, I think, a Kershaw. I can't even see. Yeah, it is a Kershaw. So this is a Kershaw blade, and this is the one I carry every day. So usually the Hatori and this guy are with me, right? Now this one's a little bit more spendy. This one was about 40 bucks. I got it at a local store here. Actually, the wife got it for her work, and then she changed jobs, and she didn't need to carry a little knife for boxes anymore, so I got it. But this is a really basic, and you see it's nice and flat. This guy's nice and skinny. They fit in my back pocket. I don't even feel them. Putting something big like this knife here is a switchblade, which is legal in Texas, by the way, right? It has a good utility blade, but look at the size of the thing. Now, yeah, it has the glass break on the back. It does have a clip, so I can put it in my pocket. If I'm going to the woods, yeah, sure. I'll put it in my pocket somewhere or in my bag. But if I'm going to the office, that's a bit much, right? This, a lot less. So you have to factor in also your environment. Where do you plan to carry this product and how much do you want to spend? Because this puppy was not cheap, right? This guy was 40 bucks, but you can get something, you know, like this, like an old Sheffield. And this is an old school Swiss Army knife type. You know, it has the old corkscrew, and you guys grew up, a lot of you folks grew up with this little Phillips head, and it has the blade, right? The quality, it's moderate. I would give it a C. Is it functional? Yeah, certainly. It checks the functional box. Would I be happy to have it if the apocalypse did happen and I found one on the street and I needed something? Absolutely, right? But not the highest quality. Again, it has a little can opener, it has a little bottle opener, you know, the usual. Jesus, this is a pain in the ass to open. It's like, yeah, it's in the apocalypse. You can't open your tools. See, and there you go. There's the quality issue. If you go cheap, you wind up getting stuff you can't open, see? And again, I haven't used it very much, so in the product's defense, it's probably been sitting there for a minute. Not something I carry every day. Would it be good in like my little park bag? Sure. But it's not in my park bag. I actually have something else. I actually had something like this in my park bag. This one is an all trade. This one I got at Harbor Freight, Lowe's, one of the home improvement stores. It's basically a knockoff Leatherman. I've used this for a while. I would give it a C or a B. It's a decent quality for most tasks. If you're trying to do Leatherman stuff like twist and pull like you would with like serious pliers, this one is done okay, but I got the Sheffield brand that came with this knife and it failed at the joint. So again, you also have to be realistic with what you plan to do with it, but I have no idea what I paid for this. But again, this is not a bad thing to have, a Leatherman, a Gerber, something along those lines. And of course it has the other accessories here. And see, this one's a bit higher quality. You saw how easy the knife came out. The tools come out as opposed to this guy. I was battling to get the things out. You're gonna have a cost-benefit analysis you have to do in your head. So anyway, folks, I'm gonna stop with that one, but I just wanted to give you something to think about. Remember, at the very least, have a flashlight or some kind of illumination that doesn't involve your phone, which should be your communication device, and the backup light. It should not be your primary light and your comms device, because if you run out the battery, then you don't have a comms device either. If I run out the flashlight, I still have a phone. Kind of get my logic there. If you're carrying it in a bag like this, or in a purse or a backpack, sure, it makes a lot of sense. If you're carrying it in your pocket, you want to go smaller, but you want to get better quality so it doesn't fail when you need it. And again, remember, aside from what you're going to use it for, how you're going to carry it, what you can spend on it, how you're going to use it, you also got to factor where you're going to go with it. I can go most places and nobody really noticed this. It's a work knife for 90% of the world. This is going to attract attention. And this is just bulky and I don't want to sit on it because it'll hurt my butt. So again, ask yourself those questions and go bargain hunting. And even better yet, read reviews, watch reviews, read the reviews on Amazon or Walmart or whatever. Every now and then you have to take a leap of faith, buy something you haven't tried before and see if it works. I was like I said, I bought these on a whim because I needed a little pocket flashlight. I wound up buying like 8 of them and I still have 3 that have survived all my stupidity, or 4. And it's been 3 or 4 years that I started buying these. So I'll probably get another batch if I can find them. So in any case, folks, look, I'm gonna leave you with that. Again, money's tight. Interest rates are high, the economy's weird. Now people are acting absolutely bonkers and doing horrendous shit. Be ready, have the basics you need every day when you walk out the door. But try to save some money. And remember, you're gonna have that balancing act between cost and quality. So you gotta decide what you can live with. And if you just need a basic little thing to cut papers and open boxes, hey, that's one thing. you need something to get through a city or the woods for 24 hours, it's going to be a completely different purchase. So anyway, that's it for this one. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. God bless, Godspeed. I will see you all on my next video, and you guys take care of yourselves.